I guess, you know, in dealing with a regime like this, and trying to use the same value systems, you know, trying to negotiate in good faith, it really does seem very, very difficult. And I think some of the solutions that I've heard in the past and hearing, again, you know, it's not like we're dealing with rational people. Mr. Harrison, your critique of the fact that we're in the situation that we're here, you know, with our present problems based on the Bush administration, I really think is simplistic at best. I think there's a tremendous amount of factors going on. And again, to blow it off that way, like I say, is simplistic. Can you all comment in that regard, you know, as far as the fact that we've got a situation where we've got a leadership that is willing to put their people through this, and then again, to try and negotiate with a regime like this? How do you do that? How do you do in good faith and really know at all how they're thinking, how they're going to react, or whatever? I know it's a very broad question, but
are you addressing me, sir?
I'm addressing anybody that wants to comment.
I just want to ask you whether you acknowledge that from October 1994 until December 2002, we did succeed in suspending North Korea's production of fissile material, and we did not have the situation that we have now. I think that it would certainly be simplistic to say that there aren't other factors that contribute to the immediate situation we face right now. Certainly the altered internal balance of forces in North Korea, in which the hardline generals have become much more powerful since the illness of Kim Jong-il, is certainly, in my view, the main reason for the tactics that North Korea has been pursuing lately. But I don't think it's simplistic to say that the abrogation of the agreed framework, which had suspended nuclear weapons production for 8 years, is what set in motion the train of events that has taken us to where we are today.
I would say that again, the people getting in a situation where they're 10 inches shorter, all of the things that have gone on in that regard have not just all of a sudden happened over the last 8 years. The North Koreans' willingness to share their nuclear secrets or whatever, again, has not just happened over the last 8 years. I just don't believe that. Does anybody else want to comment? The other thing, too, is, you know, at this point, at what point does it become, and I say this not, again, this is such a huge problem. I mean, this is not a partisan issue. This is something that all of us need to worry about on almost an hourly basis. This is a huge problem. But we do have a new administration now, and I support their efforts in North Korea. And I don't see that things are changing very rapidly right now, although my hope and prayer and my efforts are that we need to work together to get this done. And I just again, and I don't mean to be picking on you, but I just don't see that those kind of comments and that kind of blame is helpful. Do any of the rest of you all want to comment on the?
Mr. Chairman, let me take a stab at this. I don't know of any U.S. government official who has gone to negotiations with North Korea thinking that it was going to be based on good faith. And I think that the prior record further underscores the folly of that position. But there are things that can make negotiations more likely to be successful. One is for them to be backed up by pressure. We haven't necessarily done that in the past very well. Another is to incorporate an element of irreversibility into the process. And I think that that is a major focus of the current administration. And then I just want to mention a final sticking point in this area is really related to the challenge of verification, which the North Koreans have, in many cases, defined as a threat to their sovereignty. And so I think that that might actually be the biggest sticking point in terms of moving forward successfully down a negotiation path.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate your testimony.
Thanks, the gentleman from Arkansas. I have a question, maybe somewhat simplistic.